Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. You okay?
You said thank you listening.
I said for it, just must have blanked it out.
Oh, okay. Let's just keep going then.
Episode number 580 for Comics originally releasing July the 8th, 2020. But before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, there's all kinds of fun stuff happening in the world of comics. What you got for me?
We got some feedback. First, a little feedback for our buddy Eric. Ryan Hodap wrote in and said, I finally ordered something from Kowabunga and then had some follow-up conversations with Eric on some other items. You guys weren't kidding. The customer service is second to none. He's good people, just like those Drew and Kyle people are. And so, hey, Ryan, we're glad that you finally got to experience the superior customer service of Kowabunga and Eric and James up there. That's cool. That's really cool. We're glad we were able to connect you guys, and our check should be in the mail.
and in all honesty, we're not being mindless shells, but I mean, it just has been a night and day difference from the shops that Drew and I have always grown up using, and
Yep.
and then both the knowledge and how they treat us up there, it really it speaks volumes. And if we weren't so happy with them and what they do, we wouldn't talk so highly of them.
We would never mention them again.
Yeah, exactly. We would forget they exist.
Chris says DC posted spoiler pages for a bunch of their books coming out in the next few weeks. One of them was Batman '94, which could identify reveal the identity of the designer.
Ooh.
Any guesses who that might be?
I did not see that, so I'm unaware.
No, I don't know if it'll be someone we know or like a new first appearance of somebody. I hope it's somebody new we've never seen before. And well, I guess that wouldn't really add any value because designer's already been in a few of the...
Hopefully it's Duke who's going to the bad side, because I've got several of those Duke first appearances.
yeah, that would be cool. I could go with that. No, we'll just have to stay tuned, man. That's cool. I don't like the fact that they're putting spoilers in their previews, but
well, this is this is my inability to speak tonight. This is probably some feedback from Punchline sneaking up on us, retailers not having time to get their orders and stuff on.
True.
So this is probably just a little bit of, hey, we're going to be a little more transparent with things. Maybe too transparent, and if you guys push back on too much transparent, maybe we'll find a middle ground.
You're right. If it's a retailer device, then that's great. But it's not. It's available to us.
Well, I mean, we'll dictate the market anyways. So
yeah,
whether a retailer thinks it's a really cool, important spoiler, but nobody comes in to pre-order it, or think they can pre-order it, it's irrelevant.
True.
But if we're excited and the retailers are excited, we can get on the same page. They can order us those, and then maybe pump up their backstock catalog on it.
Yeah. So you would rather be spoiled and know it's coming?
No, I understand why they're doing it, but I absolutely want things to hit on the day. Me to be the only friggin' person in the world who knows it. Grab them all up and run out of the shop.
Yeah. Okay.
So just so we're clear, I do not want to share.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, that's cool. All right, so yeah, I think we're on the same page there. Our good buddy Jason from Hawaii said, "Hey, it's time to scoop up Zatanna's first appearance." There's a source that says the Zatanna rumor is correct. Movie rumor is correct. It's in active development on HBO Max, along with the Justice League Dark show, which is further along in development. So Zatanna first appearances. Kyle, I'm not sure.
Hawkman number 4.
Hawkman number 4. Thank you very much.
1964.
And so if you want one of those, you can get one for around $1,000. If 9.2 is going to cost you $2,300, fine's going to go at $550. And I'm pulling some of these prices over on GoCollect.com. Really cool site. A lot of CGC census data and cool sales data over there. If you ever want to check out stuff, go to Go Collect and check out some of the things that they have. in there. I'm sure there's a paywall that you can get even more information, but I'm just on the regular side. So
I'm pushing back on this. I do not think this is going to be a good investment. I think the odds on this character bombing are much better than this character doing anything.
Zatanna.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
moderately sexy.
I
magician?
like her.
Do we do magicians anymore in 2020?
I like her in comic form. She's a fun character, but I agree it might be a challenge to translate a scantily clad, a magician's assistant / magician.
Yeah, it's like she just walks on stage and we Me Too the magician, and then the series is over. Curtains.
Yeah. So yeah, that you're right. It's got an uphill battle probably. So we'll see. We did get a late text from Eric. We just sung his praises about how great his customer service is, and he is spending time with his family and is not going to get the FOC to us by showtime. So we're going to skip the FOC tonight. So there you go.
Boo,
we take it all back.
yes.
We take it all back. Everything we said. So you'll by the time you listen to this, you'll have received yours in your email box. So
Yeah.
so you guys will be fine.
Give it a quick perusal and see if there's anything fun in there. I don't believe Marvel is back in it necessarily full force yet, so we'll see. No worries.
We'll see when they finally show up. But let's go to our good friends over at Cover Price and take a look at their top 10, top 20, and their runners-up. Kyle, you got that up? Are you ready to go? Or
of course not. I'm way behind as per usual.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take over the top 10, and you'll see some old favorites here.
Yeah. Can I guess Ultimate Fallout before I see anything?
you would be right, but not the first one. The first one is Thor 5. There's a couple of variants: the Jungian Yoon variant and the Isad Ribic variant are 1 and 2 for their. It's. I'm not sure why. What's the deal? First Black
Winter.
Black Winter. Okay, so there you go. Excited about those. Ultimate Fallout number 4. Still moving a lot of those. 94 of those sold this week. Silver Surfer Black number 4. There's a reference to Black Winter in there.
Hey.
Yeah. So there you go.
Hey, if I can get $18, I'm going to sell that series.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have Uncanny X-Men number 193. This is the Firestar from last week we talked about. Alpha Flight number 1 is heating up because there's rumors of an MCU connection there, which makes a lot of sense. Alpha Flight would be a good addition. They're not going to do Avengers for a while. Alpha Flight would be fun.
100%.
Yeah, Thor number 4 from Marvel 2020, the first cameo appearance of Donny Cates' new creation, the Black Winter. So there's a cameo there, also doing well. Spider-Gwen number 1, the Humberto Ramos hip-hop variant, which is the Miles Morales hip-hop variant.
I went in big on some of these hip-hop, so I think I know I got the Miles one, which I should have shot off last week, and I'm pretty sure I got this one.
Yeah. And then we've got New Mutants number 1 from 1983. Still selling well. High raw sale, over $100. Which is great, because I just picked one of those up not long ago for like $5. So
there you go.
Well done. I don't know if it was great condition, but we'll see. Daredevil number 9 from 1999. This is, what is this? The Echo first appearance, and is doing quite well. CGC 98 on that is $250. I don't know that I got this, but man, dang, that's a nice one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, our honorable mentions are going to start with Spider-Man number 20 from 2017. We have yet another Miles Morales book. This was the first non-key Miles issue to benefit from the Miles Mania. Of course, it has Miles being arrested by a police officer on the front of it. 41 copies moved. A lot of people had this. They said the market got flooded already. But high raw sale of $50, price settling down to about 30. So it's still moving, but man, there's a lot of copies out there, they're saying.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends #1, the newsstand variant from 1981. Rumors of Firestar appearing in the MCU via Disney Plus. First appearance moving 24 copies, up 160%. 9.8 going for 340. Batman 436. Drew, this is the first appearance of Tim Drake and is moving due to rumors that the character appears in Matt Reeves' Batman film. Holy crap, Tim Drake sighting. How long has it been since anybody cared about the guy who might not even be a Robin?
That's great. Is 436 the one with...
Year 3, and it's got him crying on the front, somebody crying on the front. Okay. Cool little Nightwing in there. Drew, a book I'm excited is on here. Batman, the official comic adaptation of the Warner Brothers motion picture, 1989. I picked up 2 of these in a quarter sale, one of our last quarter sales, just because they're cool looking. They are rumors of course, Michael Keaton reprising his role as Batman in the Flash film. Moved 26 copies this, up 126%. And a high raw sale of $26 on something I gave a quarter for. So
no way.
I'm excited.
There's no way. That doesn't make any sense to me. Really.
So what part of that don't you believe?
So Keaton's going to be in Batman, fine. And therefore, that triggers an adaptation to the motion picture to go... I don't know. That's dumb.
We are a fickle bunch of speculators, Drew.
I mean, yeah, I don't understand it. Go ahead.
At rank 15, Spawn #9 from 1993. The first appearance of Angela is still moving thanks to rumors of her appearing in the next Guardians film. 24 copies moving high of $112 for CGC 9.6.
Wow.
At rank 16, Batman 92, the Art Germ variant. This is our girl Punchline. We can still do the first full appearance of Punchline fairly cheap. It still sells really well. Sold 34 copies. Up 88%, high sale of $50 for a CGC 9.8. That seems like not a lot. Batman 365 from 1992. This is our holographic first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Ooh, Drew, at rank 18, Silk #1, Miles Morales Mania, and development by Sony. Silk is hot. This book is up 101%. 9.8 going for $90. I have this signed from C2E2. A couple of them, actually. I took a bunch of those there.
Yeah.
So that's dope.
Would you get a signature series CGC?
It's too late for that. You have to do that on the spot.
Oh, do you?
Yep. Spider-Man 2099 is going to play a major role into the Spider-Verse, so Spider-Man 29 from 1992 is flying up. 7-day trend up 100%, doubled in price, $87.50 for a CGC 9.8. I picked up a run of these at Pulp Reality when I was digging through a short box, or a long box. So I think it was make your own long box for $30. I think I ended up with 1 through 25 of this.
Yeah, nice.
And I think I essentially flipped that out of that long box for like $35 at the time. I wish I'd have held on.
Oops.
Yeah. But, I mean, I paid for my long box out of the point, so I did what I wanted to do with that, but now I'm like, wow, crap.
Yeah.
At rank 20, we have Action Comics #9. The rumors of Calvin Ellis Superman in consideration for a film of Warner Brothers have slowed a little bit, but still hanging in there with 29 copies moving. 7-day trend of up 103%, and a high raw sale of $37.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
No doubt.
Yeah, I like that. Did we talk about that before?
I read a bunch of things on it, but you and I have not talked about it.
Yeah, that's cool. And we wanted to take a quick look over at the Hot 10 list over at our friends at Comic Book Invest and see if they have any bleed over of some of the same things that the Cover Price folks are seeing on eBay. So let's take a quick look at their
So we are relying more and more heavily on other people to do our work for you in this post-COVID work. So we are just simply going to aggregate as much information about speculation from other people that are doing wonderful work and just spitting it at you so you guys can take advantage.
Well, yeah, we're lazy. Lazy. We're not out there beating the bushes for news.
I had just said that we were doing people a favor, and I had everybody in a fervor for us helping them, and then you just spun it the wrong way.
That's true. I didn't spin it right, did I? Okay.
Yeah, no.
So their #1 is Uncanny X-Men #21, the John Tyler Christopher variant. This is a $100 book back in May, and now jumped to $200 last week, and now is up to almost 400. So it's John Tyler Christopher variants that aren't
Yeah, these negative space variants. The Wolverine's still the best looking one.
So yeah, keep your eye out for those. Who knew?
Yeah, they went quick.
Yeah,
they were ratioed, if I remember, so that's why I was out of the game.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Okay. Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel. This book's mostly in the $200 range. Multiple raw copies have sold for $400. Do we know
why? No. What the heck? I have no clue what's going on. I've never even heard of any of that.
No, I didn't know this one either. Our good buddy Negan Lives, the gold variant.
Oh, yeah.
At rank 3. This is at the $175 to $200 range. People still love Walking Dead, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna get my collection up.
Let's see. We have Invincible Iron Man number 9.
Bendis.
Yeah, a Riri. So, but yeah, there's multiple copies have been sold in the mid 300s, if you can believe that. Holy smokes! Paper Girls number 1. We're excited about this one.
Holy crap! I have so many of this.
Yes. I guess it had slowed a little bit. The copies were selling for $10, and then a showrunner tweeted out a script, and then so this has jacked them up again to a 9.8 sold for $100, and the raws are going for $20 again.
I also bought a really cool version of this. I think it was Midtown that was selling one signed by Cliff Chang, Brian K. Vaughan, and somebody else as well. So I got one signed by everybody with a COA on it. That should flip pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
So, like, I legitimately think I have 11 of this.
And you're going to sell at least one?
I'd be dumb not to. I mean, let's get a few out. But then there's the possibility of if it hits, I want to be there when the show's moving. Dang it! This is such a hard game.
It is. The spec game ain't easy, baby.
But a show is fun.
Thor 5, the Esad Ribic variant, we've talked about that, the Black Winter thing. They have Amazing Spider-Man number 4. This is a 1 in 10 variant, which we could have, which would be affordable.
I have picked it up for $9 when it came out. I love it. It's in a top loader. Boy, that's a lot of money.
You have this?
Oh yeah, I have 3 copies of the A and 1 copy of the 1 in 10.
Why?
I love Silk.
Oh, this was the first Silk?
Yeah.
From 2014? Oh,
yeah.
Is that what? Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. I'm getting my Silks and my Spider-Gwens confused.
Silk. Well, that was the point of the thing. Silk was supposed to hit right away and do awesome things, and she got her lunch eaten by Gwen, and then I think we're moving right back that way.
Dude, if you have this, sell it for $400.
Well, I think that's the CG seed, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it sounds like you can get close to triple digits with the raw anymore.
I would think so, yeah. We've got a Beavis and Butthead number 1 sighting. I have no idea why, but they're selling $15 to $20 for the first issue of Beavis and Butthead.
Wow.
Wow. Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man, number 1. The Fiona Staples 1 in 50 variant.
How were we not all over that?
Well, it was 1 in 50 variant. That's probably why.
But it's Fiona.
And it's $1,000 now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So we're not going to get that. Civil War 2, number 4.
I have this whole series, so I'm sure I have this.
What's the deal? Oh, people are buying this book because of Immortal She-Hulk. That character is none of those things. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and the print run is in the hundreds of thousands. Not a good recipe for spending investment dollars. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. They do have some honorable mentions. They talk about G.I. Joe 194, the Jim Rugg 1 in 10 variant. This one's selling for $300. Exciting. My Romantic Adventures number 49. How old is that?
Oi.
It's a super rare book to find in any grade, and a 6.5 sold this week for $1,200. So, romance comics, dude.
I'm unaware of your who you're selling these to, but okay.
I think there's like a market of that because they always have like women in precarious situations on the cover, and people collect that sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's neat. It's neat. There's a collection for everybody. Didn't we talk to Eric when we were visiting the store that one time about or James about like people collecting?
Yeah, they were talking about the little
cartoon,
the old cartoon books that are just these random characters, but there's certain artists that are chased down, or certain obscure, obnoxious characters that there are people that's their character.
Yeah, they, you never know people are gonna collect, and it drives the price. It's kind of cool. Not a lot of Golden Age collectors anymore. They're all dying off.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not too many of those left. So one of these days, all those collections are going to be back out on the market.
And eventually, your bronze will be very well sought out.
Yeah, I think we're already there. Yeah. I think bronze is already there. It's
bronze
modern.
is the new gold.
Yeah, well, at least the new silver. That's all I got for spec stuff.
Speckity spec. All right, let's have a. Do we want to do? Okay, so DC is no longer.
First.
Okay, so DC is no longer affiliated with Previews World, so we're not going to just one place for all of our material anymore. We are smattering here and smattering there. So before we head over to Previews World, we are heading to UCS Comic Distributors because they have our releases for 7/7, which are technically 7/8, but they talk about a day before.
Yes. They come out on Tuesdays. DC
true.
comes out on Tuesdays.
Let's start where we love to start. Let's start in DC from a different website.
And we're talking about Batman 94.
Yep.
So we talked about this being the identity of the designer.
Uh-huh.
So could that be something? We don't know. But
yeah, and designer was the last one. This one's the underbroker. So we're going to have all, and of course we have these 1 in 25 Jorge Jimenez cardstock variants of, I think they've shown us like 11 of the 12 that are coming up.
Gotcha.
But of course, with them being 1 in 25, you're in for a penny, in for a pound on that. But we also have a really nice Matina beat cover on that one, so can't lose either way.
Yeah.
Batman: The Adventure Continues, number 2. This is the one that was based off the animated series, if I remember correctly. And a really cool Dustin Nguyen cover B on that one as well.
Tom Taylor cranking out yet another deceased for the DC's, just printing money.
Yeah.
Over there. And this is collecting the digitals as a print.
Is that what the Dead Planet is?
Yeah, yeah.
And a really cool look on that Dead Planet number 1. The blank variant is a very tattered, old kind of, scribey paper looking thing. So
yes, and if we ever go back to cons again, artists would probably dig.
Yeah. Doing
sketches on this.
Yeah.
It just has that look.
I was disappointed in some people because I would take, and even if I'm just getting a signature, I would plop down sometimes a blank. And I can't remember who it was, just flipped the blank over and signed the regular cover. And I was just like, aw, that hurt me a little bit.
Now, if you look at this Detective 1023, this is a great Joker War cover with a massive Joker. It's just a brilliant Joker. And for those of us who love Joker covers, this is a really nice one.
Yeah. Clown Prince of Crime.
Well, I see we have another DC Batman Adventures number 2. Mm-hmm. Is this what is this again? It's a $2 book. I forgot what are we doing? Is this like
this is a reprint series?
This is a reprint series,
from
not
Batman
a dollar.
Adventures. Yeah.
So have we gotten rid of both facsimiles and dollar comics? And this is
us combining the two and having a baby. Yes.
Okay. I don't like it, by the way.
No likey, gotcha.
Great cover, B cover by In-Hyuk Lee for the Flash 757. Gorgeous.
Greg Rucka finishing up Lois Lane with 12 of 12.
Is there a B cover for that?
Yep.
Amanda
Mike
Connor.
Perkins, or I'm sorry, and Amanda Connor doing the B cover.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. The Supergirl being Super Joelle Jones and Mariko Tamaki. They put those all into a nice trade. That's cool.
Yeah, that was a great series.
I was gonna say that's definitely worth a read. So if you're into Supergirl at all, and you missed those OGNs,
or if you're not, actually, if you're not into Supergirl, this
100%.
This is a great series that will make you appreciate her more.
It was all age. I mean, you can give that to a young girl, right? If I remember correctly.
I mean, I'm trying to think if there was anything during the high school phase of her life where it was like anything going on there, but I don't think so.
Yeah, but if you're looking to get somebody into Supergirl or something like that, I think that's a really good. It's a really good 3 thick issues, if I remember correctly, and for $17, or if you can get a little bit more of a discount, I think that's an awesome thing to have. You're going to want to have that.
Yes,
It's a good reference. All right, that being all for DC, let's head on over back to Previews World. July 8th, of course. We've gone from the 7th back to the 8th, and let's start in Image, where we have Adventure Man 2 coming out. Drew, you enjoyed that first one by Matt Fraction. I've got it sitting right here, but I haven't bothered to read it, and I could not tell you why.
That's a double size, so it's a little sloggy, but I think you'll like it.
There you go.
Oblivion Song number 25. This we're doing a new story arc, and we do have a Charlie Adler D cover.
Yep, because of course when an Image series makes it to 25 grand covers, we need 5 of them, because when we make it to 25 issues. But we have this J. Scott Campbell floating around here on that E. I mean, this is Sophie's Choice here, sir.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if there were women on the cover, I'd give it the edge to J. Scott Campbell. Mm-hmm. But I haven't seen an Adler cover for a while, so I'm gonna go with that. Well, Negan was Adler, wasn't it?
Yep.
Maybe it wasn't. I don't know if he was involved or not.
I said yes, but I actually have zero idea.
Yeah, I think he was. I'm pretty sure he was.
I'm going J. Scott Campbell on that one. I like it. And I actually really like the Annalisa Leone cover as well. I think she does a really good job on that one.
Was that
you know what? Get them all. Every single one. All right, that's all for me in Image, sir. How about you?
That's it. Yep.
All right, and Dark Horse has a comic coming out, and that is Stranger Things Into the Fire, number 4 of 4 there. 3 options there.
Dark Horse. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, no doubt.
You remember when they had Star Wars and all that great Brian Wood content, and they were just cranking it out? Remember those days? Mm-hmm. What happened?
So, Drew, we've talked a little bit about this Cobra Kai being available through IDW.
Right.
Karate Kid Saga continues. I'm reminded of this because I see a trade paperback here. Now, it came and gone, and we didn't necessarily care about it, but I believe Netflix has recently won the bidding war to continue Cobra Kai series now that it's leaving YouTube. Does that do anything for the speculation of the ability to go back and get some of these Cobra Kai things, knowing that now it will be a wider audience in a Netflix series?
No.
Okay, thanks for bursting that bubble. I put a lot of thought into that, you jerk.
I mean, if you were going to do any of that, you'd have to go back to those old Karate Kid comics.
No, they're not building off that. These dudes are old, homie.
Right, but their first appearances are back then. Right? Like,
well, I just thought if you're aping some of the story in these things, sometimes you want the story ahead of time, and you got it right here.
Well, okay, and I disagree. Completely.
Moving on. But
Nice
Dungeons & Dragons Infernal Tide is the only floppy comic coming out from IDW this week.
Is it really?
Yep, penultimate.
Well, Transformers Galaxies.
Oh, you're right. Transformers Galaxies.
And Usagi Yojimbo.
I mean, it's a reprint, but yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And we're skipping these couple of weird DC trades and down to Marvel.
Okay, so they have got Doctor Strange.
Okay.
An Empire Fantastic Four. A Ghost Rider.
I think we've jumped the shark to the point where, you know how we had these cool John Tyler Christopher action figure variants.
Yeah.
Well, now we're just we're putting two of them together in there. And I mean, are we that dumb?
We are. We're comic collectors, and we are that dumb. We definitely are.
Gotcha.
What about X-Men God Loves Man Kills Extended Cut?
One of the worst titles I've ever heard of anything I've ever seen in my life, so there's that. Chris Claremont writing, so that's a great thing. Is this old?
I don't like the covers at all.
The Uncanny X-Men, Magneto, Master of Magnetism, the bitterness of enemies for years, but now they must join forces against a new adversary who threatens not only mutant kind, but all of humanity besides it. In the name of God, the members of the Stryker Crusade are poised to cleanse the earth, no matter how much blood stain is on their hands. Chris Claremont and Brent Anderson's influential X-Men story is represented with all new pages from legendary creators himself. This is a reprint. I don't care about a reprint. Why would we do 4 covers for a reprint?
Well, it's not just a reprint. There's additional new content.
Again, are we that dumb?
Yes. Yes,
Dang
we
it.
are. We definitely are. So that's it from Marvel.
Dynamite.
We've got a new Nancy Drew. I enjoyed that first one a lot. Had a good little Twitter conversation with the writer. He seems like a good dude.
There you go. Awesome. Is Nancy Drew really dead? Is she alive? That's the same question twice. Okay. Joe and Frank Hardy dive deeper into what exactly happened the night Nancy Drew's death and discover something much deeper at play. Check out the continuation of this much-buzzed series for Nancy Drew fans, new and old, and viewers of the popular CW series.
When this was first announced, this first issue was solicited. Mm-hmm. He talks about it in the back of the first issue about how people were so angry, and he was just like, "Could you just wait? Could you please just wait till it comes out? Like, just because the title says the death of Nancy Drew, I don't want to ruin anything, but could you just wait until it comes out?"
Drew, I want to talk about one other thing real quick.
Yeah.
Ratio variance. So what do you think of when you hear ratio variant?
Like 1 in 25.
Okay. Do you think 1 in 7? Perhaps 1 in 11, or those highly sought after 1 in 21.
Yeah.
What the serious crap are you doing, Dynamite? You're squeezing 1 additional comic out of some of these things? You're throwing in a 7? What?
Well, I mean, I would guess that they're looking at their numbers, and they're probably saying,
You know what? We got a lot of shops that buy 6. Let's see if we can get them to get a 7.
Yeah, or like there's an awful lot of shops that buy 3 or 4. Can we get them to double that? You know, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So we have also an FOC bonus variant. So I respect the hustle, but it's just like interesting. Mm-hmm. So we got a 7, a 15. I'm sorry, a 7, an 11, a 15, a 21, and a 25. So I would like to know who it is that stops at 21 and won't get those extra 4.
Well, I don't want the virgin purple. I want the virgin red.
That's right. All right. Boom. Something is Killing Children, number 8. James Tinian the Fourth. Werther del Edera.
We got the 4th Alienated. There's only 6 of those, I guess. So that's cool.
Nice looking cover. I like that. And Firefly continuing on with Greg Pak writing. I should probably jump in on that. I like Greg Pak and I like Firefly.
Yeah.
And let's look at some of our smaller things. Some of our smaller publishers are little books, things that get lost in the fray.
And overall, how do you have we noticed that the back half is rebounded, or is it still struggling?
You know, in some of these tumultuous times where we're seeing our big twos and things not pump out as much stuff, and we've seen our booms with their 2.5 comics, you know, some things I've been finding more and more back half stuff that kind of saves the week.
Yeah.
In my mind.
What do we think of this Monster Men #1?
Yeah. Edgar Rice Burroughs universe.
Oh, we hate that.
Yep. It's just about... I mean, we like American mythology productions, but...
Yeah.
Blah and meh and blah.
Yeah.
Skylin, #1 from Source Point. Looks a little all agey. Princess Carly, being the only noble of proper age from her nation, has prepared her entire life to become a serpent rider. That can be taken 2 ways. Moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just when you were singing the praises of the back
yeah,
half.
it turns around and kicks me right in the groin.
Yeah, not a lot there. Old Haunts #2, the first issue was pretty good.
Nice to see that Sabrina the Teenage Witch Something Wicked from Archie went to a second print already on that Veronica Fish cover. So that's cool.
Yeah,
just in time for some options here for #2 of that series.
And Ashen Thorn second issue finally comes out. Although it has a March 20 order code, I think it's been a long time since that first issue.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I care about this Loggerhead Bloody Bayou one-shot cover A from Scout Comics. We have these silverbacks. The world as we knew it changed after the last of the Great Wars, leaving a large portion of North America a dead wasteland. So far you got me. It's in that wasteland that tales of a monster only known as a Loggerhead exists. Within this wasteland, valuable elements and minerals have been unearthed, creating a hotbed of illegal mining and overrun with scavengers. When some children find themselves endangered while witnessing an illegal scavenger mineral hunt, a protector rises from the murky depths of the wasteland to extract retribution. Featuring covers by Brian Silverbacks and special variant cover by Oscar Ostile. Maybe something here. I mean, it's a one-shot. We're essentially probably doing a treatment to try to sell, essentially. But it could be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Might be worth taking a spec on that. It's a one-shot that's still staying at the $4 price point. Could be an interesting little read. Drew, this point of the podcast, we're asking for your pick of the week. What did you find while you were going through everything here?
I got some choices, I tell you.
Oh, crap. What was this Everglade Angels? Was that a... We talked about that on one of our FOCs. Another Scout Comics books.
Severed White Angels?
Everglade Angels, #1.
Yeah.
Because Rock Up Church was doing the art on the cover A.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Is that your Is that your pick?
Yeah, let's go with that.
You're going to go with Everglade Angels, #1.
Yeah, another Scout book. I've done okay with... I've made a couple bucks off Scout books in the past.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go with that Batman 94. And see if that pops.
How ratio? You going with that ratio?
No, I'm just going to go A.
Not even going with Matina? So you're not going with the cover that has Punchline on it?
No, just going to go A. And I was close on pulling the trigger on the Detective 1023.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Oblivion Song 25. But there were too many damn covers to choose from, although I probably would have went with Adler.
There you go.
But, it is just a 25 issue, so I ultimately went with Batman 94. Do you think I should go with the ratio variant? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, we're cheap, but yes. But I'm a bigger fan of if you're in for it, you should be in for all 12. If you're spending that money. You know what I'm saying?
All 12 what?
You weren't here when I talked about the ratio variance that we've seen covers for 11 of 12 of the 1 in 25.
I see what you're saying.
And then we had, what's his face, last issue. And then we're going all the way through 12 of them, I think. We've seen the Nightwing one, which is dope. But we have not seen the final one.
I don't think I remember you saying that, but I didn't realize there had been that many already.
There's been one.
Oh, there's just been one.
But there's
going to be 12.
Correct. There you go.
Okay. You know more than I do. I've missed out on that. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense to do the punchline. I'm getting punchline fatigue myself.
Uh-huh.
But maybe that's the smart play. I'm defaulting to cover A. It seems like a decent cover, but you're probably right. At least go cover B.
There you go.
At least go cover B. So I'll go with cover B on that.
Yeah. All right.
Talk me into it.
That's what I do. Well, thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself as we go through comics releasing both the 7th and 8th of July, 2020.
That's great. Great.
If we missed things that you think are the golden ticket for this week, let us know. Either drop us a Gmail, a tweet, whatever an Instagram is, a Facebook post, sign up for Drew's OnlyFans and leave something there. All these ways that you can be part of the podcast. Tell us if we missed anything. Tell us what you're picking up. If we made you any money, let us know. All kinds of good things. We thank you so much for tagging along with Drew and myself. See ya.
Who would want an OnlyFans?